It was two women, two different sides of the country, and it was a great learning experience, to say the least.
Getting married too soon and not realizing that it wasn't love or believing that it was love.
Favorite mistake? That was a good one right there.
My favorite mistake was with a significant other that I used to have, and I was a little too trusting.
What I learned was, everything that looks good, you shouldn't really take for granted. If it's sweet, sometimes you shouldn't put it in your mouth because, cavities are very bad and they can rot your teeth.
As we all know, guys will tell you what they want to get you, and a lot of things that relationship lack is consistency, and a lot of guys aren't consistent.
My favorite mistake was the one person that I learned more about myself from. He was the one person who could make me do anything, made me feel like a horrible person, but at the same time made me feel special.
She's a pretty good girl, and I did all the wrong things, and we ended up breaking up because of that. And I felt real bad, and she was like the first person I ever felt bad about doing something like that, to what I did. And that was my mistake.
Hi, I'm Nicola Mitchell.
And I'm Tamika Newhouse.
And we're co-authors on this project produced by Obsessive Soul Media entitled He's My Favorite Mistake. It's the first in a 6-book installment between the both of us.
He's My Favorite Mistake. It's about 3 women that's going to be going through their relationships. It's a lot of drama, lies, deceits. All in all, we give you an example of what not to do in your relationship. I was talking to one of my friends from back at home. I'm originally from Fort Worth. She was telling me about her husband and how she was complaining. It's like, oh, he's my favorite mistake. And from that, I was like, that's hot. I'm gonna use that because almost every woman, not just woman, but man, can relate to being in love with somebody, but knowing that it's a mistake.
The concept that Tamika came up with for He's My Favorite Mistake was perfect. I had a very dramatic ending for the appetizer when you're not his main course. So we decided to take that main character, JL, and bring him in with Jocelyn, one of Tamika's characters, and we formed this great book. So that's where the concept came from.
Our characters are definitely relatable. Now, are they me? Are they Nicola? Well, you have to read it to find out. What sets the book He's My Favorite Mistake apart from all the others is the fact that the storyline is original. Our characters are relatable, and we also write from a male's perspective. And I think that our readers would really appreciate that.
One thing that a lot of women writers that I've came across do, they take their personal experiences and they're man bashing, they're upset, and they don't understand why men do the things that they do. One thing that we do differently is that we explain why a man is put into that situation. We understand how a man can have feelings for 2 different women and just don't know how to end one versus the other. We understand that men are emotional just like women. So we actually write as thought-provocative and make women and men understand what we're saying. My favorite mistake was a long-term 7-year relationship. And I really do appreciate him though, because he's taught me good and bad and made me the person that I am. The good that I got from it was that it taught me that I can love, I can forgive, I can accept, and I can move on. The bad was the hurt, but the hurt also channeled me to the person that I am. And he's the reason why I actually started writing my first novel. So thank you to my favorite mistake.
My favorite mistake is definitely my high school sweetheart. He just used to just shower me with some of his love letters. And, he replied to my love letters. My favorite mistake is still around, and I think that I'm lucky because a lot of people don't get that. We are best friends to this day. He's my biggest supporter, and he holds down my home front and my children when I'm gone.
What people can expect from us in the future is a 6-book series. It's called I Love Me Some Him. The next book is called Arm Charm. He's my favorite mistake too. And we're going to be releasing a series every 6 months after that.
Now you can catch us in Atlanta, New York, Los Angeles, and even in Memphis, doing our book tours for He's My Favorite Mistake and the other books to follow. For more information on us, you can go to NicolaandTamika.com.
Or you can find us on Facebook /Obsessive Soul Media.